Did you know that bookkeeping is one of the most common areas which businesses choose to outsource? Welcome to our webinar series titled Discover Acumatica Bookkeeping with 247Digitize. Thank you for joining this webinar with us, where we will be delving into the world of Acumatica Bookkeeping. I am Mazhar, Director of Business Development at 247Digitize, having a background in sales, strategy, and operational excellence. I am an MBA from Kensington College of Business in London. And on the organizing team today, I have Archana and Sam with me. Archana is the head of bookkeeping services at 247Digitize. Archana comes with over 18 years of experience in handling finance and accounts across industries like construction, education, alcobev, and automobiles. She is a CPA from CPA Australia and a chartered accountant from ICA India. Sam, who is the head of marketing at 247Digitize, is the technical expert behind this webinar. Thank you, Sam. Sam has over 15 years of experience in marketing, both traditional and digital. He has worked with companies in many different sectors, such as retail, banking, insurance, media, entertainment, and more. Sam is an MBA from Isan Postgraduate University in Peru and has also been a professor in one of the most prestigious universities in Peru. In this inaugural session, we will discuss the following areas about 247Digitize, the importance of effective bookkeeping, understanding Acumatica bookkeeping, key benefits of Acumatica bookkeeping services, tailored solutions for your business, success stories, how we roll it, and at last we'll have our Q&A session. 247Digitize is a provider of Acumatica bookkeeping services committed to empowering businesses with streamlined financial processes. With a team that has accounting experience and expertise, we have emerged as a go-to partner for companies seeking effective and efficient bookkeeping support. Over to you, Archana.
Thank you, Mazhar. Hello, everyone. So now let's look at the importance of effective bookkeeping. I'd like to start off with a quote. If you don't keep your books up to date throughout the year, you never have a clear picture of your business finances. Let me start off with an example. Imagine a beautifully laid dining table with the best cutlery and impeccable decor. When you sit down to tuck in to what seems like the yummiest looking food, supposedly cooked using exotic ingredients, it turns out to be tasteless. Would you remember the lovely decor, or would the fact that the food did not live up to your expectations live on in your memory? I'm sure most of us would choose the latter. So, how do you relate this with bookkeeping? It does not matter how big your business is or how perfect your products or services are. At the end of it all, if your books of accounts do not provide the right financial information, it would be a blindfold. And that is why we say bookkeeping is an art and not everyone is an artist. How often have we seen business houses collapse like a pack of cards, all because their books did not provide accurate and timely information to the most important stakeholders? If the right decision is not taken at the right time, even the most robust organizations meet huge risks, some of them permanently damaging legacy businesses. So let's look at a few of the key reasons why your bookkeeping should be streamlined and efficient. On the top of our list would be on-time statutory compliances, providing critical financial information to key personnel will enable them to take timely decisions. It also ensures better fund planning for the business and better borrowing negotiations with banks and financial institutions. Now let's move on to understanding Acumatica bookkeeping. In this section of the webinar, I will be speaking on a few of the features of Acumatica, which we as bookkeepers think are essential and are useful when streamlining your bookkeeping processes. Most legacy accounting systems allow editing of entries which are overwritten often, thereby leaving no trace of what your original recorded transaction was. From the bookkeeping perspective, Acumatica is a sequential and a very logical ERP system. The flow of transactions is super easy to follow and leave a trail, meaning that no entry can be deleted once posted. One, however, has the option to either reverse or reclassify entries that have been posted. For the key modules like inventory, accounts payable, and accounts receivable, there is a control account set up on the financial statements, which contain the relevant journal entries that are automatically generated on closing transactions pertaining to either of these three areas. You can ask me, how does this help? Well, it eliminates the risk of unauthorized entries into your books of account. The control account does not permit manual entry, and hence, if any incorrect entry is posted in the AP or the accounts payable, accounts receivable, or your inventory module, it will be limited to those and it will flag off the difference between the respective listing and control account. We think this is an amazing control check to have for bookkeepers and operations teams in businesses. Moving on to one of our favorite areas, the recurring transactions. At many organizations, the accounting team, often owing to oversight, miss booking recurring expenses or posting entries from prepaid expenses to their profit and loss account. With the recurring transaction feature, as soon as a prepaid expense is identified, the recurring transaction can be scheduled to be posted on a specified date or interval, and the number of times that this transaction needs to recur can also be specified, thereby eliminating the need for manual monitoring of your prepaid expense ledger code. Alternatively, if you need to set a schedule for recurring expenses, this feature helps there too. No wonder it's our favorite when we do bookkeeping. Bank reconciliation is another key area which we have found to be the most underrated accounting function. Many organizations don't book their bank transactions on time, which often leads to a huge backlog of bank-related entries during the year-end process. With bank feeds being automated in Acumatica, processing bank transactions and reconciling bank balances has never been easier. It alerts the bookkeeper that there are pending transactions to be processed once imported, thereby ensuring that the list is cleared out at regular intervals by the team handling banking and finance. Sub-accounts are another feature that we thought would be useful to cover on this webinar. So when many departments are involved in business operations, expenses need to be categorized and posted to the department that it belongs to. This makes it easy for business heads to look at how much spending happens in each department and if there needs to be any streamlining of costs that need to be implemented. Sub-accounts in Acumatica allow booking of expenses by department, so the department-wise spends are easily available at any given time at the click of a button. And last but not the least, let's look at the benefits of using allocations during your bookkeeping process in Acumatica. Common expenses are not very uncommon in leading business houses. At an organization level, common expenses need to first be accounted and then allocated among various departments, since these spends may benefit the organization as a whole. Allocation rules in Acumatica can be defined in such a way that expenses from a source GL account can be allocated using specific criteria to specify destination GL codes. This can be run at intervals that the business requires once defined, thereby eliminating a whole lot of manual computation and entries too. The ability to attach documents to entries, write notes that can be attached on entries, also ensures that you have all the details in one place at the click of a button. So these are a few of the key features of Acumatica that we as bookkeepers consider easy to use and very effective in streamlining the bookkeeping process. While we just looked at some of the key features of the bookkeeping on Acumatica. I think we could then now move on to the key benefits of Acumatica bookkeeping services. On the key benefits, there was a time where bookkeeping was strictly an in-house function. Yet, the advancement in technology has today transcended geographies, time zones, and brought the world of accounting into its fold, meaning that accounting has now become an anywhere, anytime function. Acumatica ably supports that adage. Let's now look at some of the positive aspects of outsourcing your Acumatica bookkeeping tasks. Time and cost savings. Across businesses, transitioning from a legacy accounting system to an ERP carries its own challenges. One of them is getting the staff familiar and set up for processes. This involves significant time and cost as well, since once the organization has gone live, employees must be equipped with the know-how and be ready to be able to handle daily bookkeeping tasks. With outsourcing options, businesses have an alternate option of signing up and onboarding a ready team of professionals who already have the knowledge to handle routine bookkeeping and month-end close processes. I will pause here for a moment while I hand the stage back to Mazhar and Sam for the next section of the webinar.
Before we go further, let's have a polling question. So send me an R in the chat box if you're ready. Send me an R in the chat box if you're ready. Okay, so the question is, when considering outsourcing bookkeeping, which aspect is often deemed the most important? Accuracy and efficiency, time and cost savings, scalability, employee attrition. Here are the results. So it's till now it's a 50-50. We got accuracy and efficiency 50% votes, and we got time and cost savings 50%. Okay, so accuracy and efficiency has increased.
It looks like it's leading, Mazhar.
Yeah, accuracy and efficiency is leading.
Yes.
60 and 40. 60 is accuracy and efficiency. Time and cost savings is 40%.
Still leading.
Still leading. Still leading. Yes.
Yes. Okay, I think we have a couple of answers on the chat box as well that says time and cost savings, Mazhar.
Okay. So, yeah. So over to you, Archana.
Thank you. So following up from the results of the polling question that we had, let's move on to the second most important benefit of outsourcing Acumatica bookkeeping services, which is accuracy and efficiency. With outsourced bookkeeping services, the team is trained and are efficient and accurate when handling client deliverables. This important aspect gives many businesses peace of mind when considering outsourcing options. And last but not the least, I call it the big E, which is employee attrition. People dependency leads to weak processes where work is not process driven. As a result, when there is staff turnover, work tends to take a bigger beating than in the case of process-driven organizations. Alternatively, when tasks are outsourced, not only is the business assured of seamless delivery, but also relieved of the major task of handling employee attrition, namely replacement and training. Back to you, Mazhar.
As we have covered quite a bit, now let's go for another polling question, which is going to be the last of the session, after which we won't have any more polling questions. So give me a G if you want me to go ahead. Give me a G if you want me to go ahead. Wow. Okay. Here's the question. What areas of help are needed on Acumatica? AR, accounts receivable, AP, accounts payable, inventory, cleanup of books, all the above.
Looks like all of the above is leading for now, Mazhar.
All of the above, yes, it's leading. Still leading, yes. Wow. So I would say that support is required in all of the above.
Yes. And it's a great thing to see, Mazhar.
Yeah, it's a great thing, yes. So let's moving further. We would like to share with you some compelling success stories. Our team has achieved breakthrough resolutions for recurring issues faced by our clients, and we have received heartfelt appreciation from them for our efforts. These success stories highlight how our team has effectively addressed challenging problems at our clients' ends, leading to positive outcomes and client satisfaction. We look forward to share these inspiring stories with you and demonstrating the value our team brings to our clients' businesses. Archana, can you share the success stories with our audience and client appreciations received by the team?
Sure, Mazhar. Thank you. So this is a client who hired us to handle their AP process and the month-end close and is currently super satisfied. The challenge that this client faced was that their Acumatica implementation team was helping on the bookkeeping side as a temporary measure. The client evaluated multiple options and then zeroed in on 24/7 Digitize because they wanted a professional team of bookkeepers who would not only help on AP, but also lend full support on month-end close processes and controllership services. So what was the solution that we worked out with them? We worked with their temporary bookkeepers and transitioned the AP process seamlessly and successfully within 4 weeks over to 24/7 Digitize. As of today, entry of AP invoices, reconciliation of bank accounts, preparing the AP report for their fortnightly AP pay run that is submitted to the company's president is being efficiently handled. Alongside this, their month-end close process and working with the VP of Finance to streamline and clear out accrual accounts and bank balances is also something that we worked with. The result, you may ask, the seamless and smooth transition by the 24/7 Digitize team involving effective communication and teamwork with the client has ensured on-time delivery of their AP reports for payouts, month-end close reports for analysis, and we are now looking at handling the AR part of their bookkeeping. I'd like to share one more success story. So this client was already on Acumatica for 5 months. They had an outsourced bookkeeper and were not happy with that solution. They were looking for end-to-end bookkeeping and needed help on AP/AR monthly reconciliations. This client worked with us and we enhanced their current practices, reviewed all of their business processes that impacted their bookkeeping, and suggested better accounting practices within Acumatica. The results, we helped with the close of one financial year and are now working with the client to ensure that successfully we close every month on their books of accounts on Acumatica, which was not done prior to the Acumatica rollout. Back to you, Mazhar.
Bookkeeping is crucial for businesses as it ensures financial record keeping, compliance, informed decision making, and financial analysis. It also facilitates partnership, planning, cash flow management, and fraud prevention. Hence, let's hear from Archana how we roll it.
Thank you, Mazhar. I think one of the strengths that we have at 247 Digitize is our management team who come with significant work experience in our respective fields, averaging 20 plus years. With such a strong team at the helm of operations, we are armed with in-house expertise and guidance. Our bookkeeping team too are trained and certified on the Acumatica Open University and therefore require no additional training to commence work on bookkeeping assignments on Acumatica. All of us are at minimum accounting graduates. Some of us are also studying to be chartered accountants, which is the Indian equivalent of a CPA, or to be postgraduates in management with a specialization in finance. On every client account, aside from the main bookkeeper, we ensure that we have a backup resource. This eliminates the risk of worrying about your deliverable reaching you at its scheduled time. Our work is done with utmost dedication, accuracy, and is delivered seamlessly with unparalleled attention to detail. Aside from cleanup, end-to-end bookkeeping, or specific bookkeeping tasks, review of existing business processes, otherwise known as business process reengineering, and suggestions to streamline and improve them is also something we thoroughly enjoy doing. Our services are priced reasonably and is entirely dependent on the scope of work required by clients and the efforts estimated for completing the work that you've signed up for. With this, you can say goodbye to the hassle of having fixed resources at high costs in-house who can then be used effectively in other areas of business which needs their expertise. Back to you, Mazhar.
Additionally, we offer the flexibility to sign up for specific critical and challenging areas instead of complete bookkeeping, such as listed here. This tailored approach allows us to address your specific pain points and align our services with your unique requirements. While your accounting team may be robust, outsourcing certain challenging areas of Acumatica bookkeeping to us can lead to accurate and timely monthly and yearly book closures. Instead of continuing to expand your finance team, you have the option to provide us with your requirement and we can serve as an extension of your office. This way, we can effectively handle specific tasks, allowing your in-house team to focus on other core responsibilities. As the session is about to end, we look forward to addressing your questions and engaging in meaningful discussions. We will try and answer all your questions here, and if time does not permit, then we will get back to you with the answer. Whether you are an industry expert, a business owner, or simply curious about the topic, we encourage you to participate actively. Let's make this Q&A session insightful and valuable for everyone. So do not hesitate to ask any question you may have. We are here to provide you with the best possible answers. Let's get started. All right. By the time our audience get ready with their questions, I would like to ask a question, Archana. Okay, the most important question that I have been asked when considering outsourcing is how your team will handle the time zone difference, given that the delivery centers operate in India. Archana?
Thanks, Mazhar. I think that's a very important question. And honestly, I think the answer lies in our name. We are 24/7, and this means that we are open to working across geographies and time zones. However, since our major client base is in the United States, we cover the first half of the US East Coast time zone, typically 2:30 p.m. now with daylight savings in place, otherwise until 1:30 p.m. Eastern. We are open to working extended hours when the need arises. This means that we connect with clients on calls during the first half of their day. During the second half of their day, we work on the data received overnight and process it. So all the clerical work is completed and updated when the client comes to work the following day. I think this system of operation has been super helpful to clients all the way up to now, Mazhar, but we're open to making changes and accommodating client requests going forward.
Wow, well explained, Archana. Thanks a lot for that answer.
Thank
Let's
you.
see if we have some questions in the chat box. I request the participants to, throw some questions at us so that we can answer it here within the webinar. We have a question from Susan. We're not doing bank feeds right now, but would like to. Is it pretty seamless process? Archana, there's a question for you.
Yes. So just for the benefit of the audience here, we had a question from Susan where she says they are not doing bank feeds but would like to. And is the process seamless? Yes, the bank feeds can be set up easily. And there was another follow-up question about payroll, whether Acumatica's payroll is easy. We've not worked with Acumatica's payroll process across any of the clients that we've handled till now, because most of our clients use third-party payroll service providers, and we use that data and information to update the financials in Acumatica. Any other questions that we would be happy to answer? So Susan is also interested in recurring transactions and would like to speak by email. Sure, Susan, we will get back in touch with you and see how we can help out on the recurring transactions bit, for sure. Thank you so much.
Thanks. We'll wait
Back to
for
you,
about
Mazhar.
we'll wait for about 2 more minutes to see whether we get some more questions, and then
Sure.
we'll go ahead. If not,
Please. I think we have a question coming up. So Clay wants to know if the recording is available after this is over. Sam, would it be possible to share the link of the recording with us so we can send it out?
Sure, we'll be able to send the presentation to anyone who wants to see it afterwards. Thank you very much.
Sure. Thanks, Sam. Clay, I hope this answers your question. Thank you. Back to you, Mazhar.
yep. So yeah, Clay, if you can, email me, I'll get back to you with the presentation of this webinar recording, and that's how. So now, at the end of the session, if you are interested in learning more, please do get in touch with me. You may take a note of or take a screenshot of my contact details on the screen. Let's discuss how we can streamline your bookkeeping processes. Looking forward to connect soon. Thank you all for being a part of today's webinar. We look forward to see you at the next one. Stay tuned to our LinkedIn page for more updates. We appreciate your participation. If you have any further questions or feedback, please reach out. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Sam. And to all the attendees, have a great day, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for sharing your time, and have a great day.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Bye.
Archana. Thanks, Sam. Bye.
Bye.